Hi, this is Jay Robson from roaring20syuke.com, and one of the most frequently posted comments I see in beginning ukulele Facebook groups deals with having difficulty in coordinating strumming, singing, and chord changing. So my free ukulele course on YouTube deals with exactly this, and you can just go on YouTube and look for Jay Robson ukulele because there's a bunch of Jay Robsons on YouTube. But the first thing you need to be able to do is to distinguish the beginning of a measure when you hear it. And historically, I've recommended to my students one of two songs: Baby You're a Rich Man by the Beatles and Everyday People by Sly and the Family Stone. Both of these are pretty bass heavy, and it's easy to hear where the one or the first beat of the measure is, or you can listen to some disco. So let me make sure that the camera's picking me up, and I will show you something here. So you're listening to it, and you want to be able to count. I'm going to move the camera down just a little bit here. And you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. How does it feel to be? Let me get on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. How does it feel to be one of the beautiful people? Okay, so you have to be able to hear where the 4 beats are, where the first beat is, and you also have to be able to count to it. I like to do the finger thing. Somehow that reinforces it. But as long as you can hear where the 1 is and count 1, 2, 3, 4, of course that doesn't work for songs which are in weird time signatures, but those don't sound good anyway. 4/4 is what God intended. Anyway, so then you're doing 3 things: you're strumming, you're singing, and you're changing chords. So the best, you can start off doing a single strum like this, so just 1 strum for every measure. How does it feel to be one of the beautiful people? This is actually, let's try it on this ukulele, maybe I can sing it a little bit better. How does it feel to be one of the beautiful people? Okay, so then you're just strumming once every 4 beats, and usually that's when the chords change. Now, there's a couple of 2-beat chords in that song as well. What do you want to be? So even though you might do a more involved strum for some of the 4-beat things, for the 2-beat ones, you can single strum. Now, the other thing you can do is this. You're doing 3 things. The hardest of those 3 is changing chords. So what you might try to do is to not change chords and just strum. Now, also on my course on YouTube, and I've emailed this to a lot of people, is just a sheet with different strum patterns. So one of the ones I use all the time for 4 beats is down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, like that. So just with your hand like this, muting the strings. Don't do this because then you'll drive yourself insane. But you can sing without changing chords. How does it feel to be one of the beautiful people? And so then then you build up a momentum between your voice and your right hand strumming, and then you can put the chords back in. How does it feel to be one of the beautiful people? Now, I sound like I'm a little out of tune there. Don't tell anybody. Sometimes, the other thing that people complain about a lot is they tend to stop strumming while when they're changing chords, so they get that broken sound. So the only remedy there is to not do it. I know it's like the joke, Doc, it hurts when I do that. Don't do that. So what you have to do is just stop. And my advice there, the little workaround there, is sometimes some chords you can just throw them on and they land. And some chords you build them boom, boom, like that. Like this is whatever it is. I would call it an E flat 7. That's what it would be on a guitar, but I know I'm tuned differently. So what you would do is you would strum and put that on. If the whole chord is not on at the beginning of the measure, that's okay, because you just be strumming some open strings, and no harm, no foul there. So another strum besides this down, down, up, down, and I've got 4 different 4-beat ones that I use all the time. Another easy way around this is the Tiny Tim strum, and this is also in one of my videos on YouTube, is Tiny Tim almost exclusively strummed on quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiptoe, da 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 da, la da da da, ba 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 ba, and it's just easier to do than a syncopated strum. Although you don't want to be locked into just doing, you know, one thing all the time, but 2 or 3 or 4 will get you through most every song. So let me think if that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, so just first of all, be able to count, to hear the first beat in the measure, then be able to count along with the song. And a good way to challenge yourself is to stop counting and then see if you can pick up another one with your ears, like stop counting for a measure or 2. And then when I used to do this with students and they were listening to a song, I'd ask them, like, what's your favorite color? So that if they were trying to just count silently in their head, they'd have to stop. And this would force them to be able to, you know, it would require them to hear that first beat again. So again, the 2 songs I use are Baby You're a Rich Man and Everyday People, or almost any disco song. All of that stuff was in 4/4 and with very heavy bass drums, so it was easy to pick up. Then once you can count to it, you can single strum and just sing whatever arrangement you're working with that you got off of Ultimate Guitar Tabs or wherever you got it. You can just single strum. Smile and the world smiles with you, weep and you weep alone. And then you can strum but not change chords. Smile and the world smiles with you. And what you have to make sure that you're doing is don't strum with your singing, sing with your strumming, because this has got to be a rock solid beat. And if you start trying to match that up to the cadence of the lyrics, it won't work. Anyway, so any questions about this, feel free to email me, and I'll put my email in this video. I hope that helps some of you out. Take care.
When he's giggling good, you know that's the time to turn and go. Always leave them laughing when you say goodbye.